Right at the top of this workspace, we have a collapsible payment analytics panel that starts hidden to maximize your viewing area. Expanding this section gives you instant, high-level intelligence over your current payment cohort, summarizing real-time statuses, method breakdowns, refund exposure, and currency details. You can easily cycle through these 4 dedicated analytics tabs to swap the charts. Trends and Metrics tracks daily collection velocity. Status shows your immediate transactional breakdown. Methods isolates your top collection channels. And Refunds and FX manages foreign currency distributions and risk exposure. Collapsing the analytics panel drops us right into the core data table. Let's walk through the exact columns you see on your screen. Payment number displays the primary system reference code. Date shows when the payment hit the system, followed by amount, tracking the exact value and currency collected. The method column uses high-visibility badges, like bank transfer or cash, to instantly classify the channel, while the payer column displays the guardian's name and contact email. Finally, the row concludes with 3 crucial operational metrics. Status tells you if the funds are fully completed. Verification monitors whether the payment is pending validation, and reconciliation confirms if the entry has been formally matched against your uploaded bank statement lines. Let me create a new payment manually. A guardian has just come to the bursar's window and paid $250 cash toward their child's tuition invoice. I'll click Record Payment. The Record Payment dialog is arranged as a clean 4-step process. Step 1 is the student. At the top, I'll go straight to the Search Student field, type Toriro Shumba, and select her record. As soon as I click her name, the live account summary populates directly underneath, giving me full financial context before I proceed. Let's click Next. Step 2 is Invoices. This is where your allocation logic happens. Select Invoices to pay, along with a list of all outstanding charges for this student. I see 3 open items here, 2 tuition invoices with $600 outstanding each, and a trip to Victoria Falls fee with $200 outstanding. Since this payment is $450, I'll select the tuition invoice line item and type $450 directly into the allocation field. This instantly updates the system to reflect a remaining balance on that specific invoice once saved. Note that if a student has no active invoices, a quick invoice button right here allows you to generate a charge on the fly before capturing the cash. Clicking Next takes us to payment configurations. Step 3 is Payment Details. This begins with a highly visual grid of payment methods. I'll click Cash. Because I chose Cash, the method-specific section below dynamically adapts, showing standard input options for receipt number and reference or till number. You can leave these blank if you want the system to auto-generate a matching receipt sequence. Directly beneath that is our core payment information grid. First is amount. I'll confirm $250. Next is currency, set to US dollars. Then payment date, which defaults to today. And finally, payment source. Watch how this dynamic section changes if I toggle to other collection methods. Switching to bank transfer alters the form to require bank name, account number, transfer reference, and bank transaction ID, crucial data points for matching against statement imports later. Switching to mobile money shifts the fields to display provider, mobile number, and the network's confirmation transaction reference code. And choosing check brings up check number, check date, and issuing bank, marking the payment status as pending until the funds officially clear. Let's toggle back to cash to finish this entry. Below that is payer information. I can use the Quick Fill button to auto-populate from the system records or manually type the name, email, and phone. Payer name is mandatory, while contact details remain optional. At the very bottom is the notes area. I'll type a quick internal message, paid at front office counter. Let's hit Next. Step 4 is Review. This screen completely aggregates our choices, the selected student, the payment channel, total values, targeted invoices, and staff notes. Check this layout carefully before hitting Submit. Everything looks flawless. I'll click Record Payment. The entry updates instantly, and our success dialog confirms the transaction is locked in. Our new record is now live in the main table. Notice its status tracking layout. Payment is marked completed. Clicking the row slides out the detailed drawer view. This drawer mapping proves the $450 was flawlessly applied against the target tuition invoice. For electronic fund transfers and digital banking, your finance controls require an explicit verification step to confirm the money has actually arrived in the school's account before finalizing collections. Let's isolate our unverified bank transfers and open one up. I'll click the context action and select Verify. The Verify Payment dialog prompts me with two inputs. First, I'll advance the verification status dropdown to Verified. Second, I'll log the physical bank statement date and reference code in the Notes input. Now, click Verify Payment. The row badge instantly switches to Verified. This entry is now unlocked and fully prepared for your end-of-month bank reconciliation processing. Now, let's talk about managing human error. What happens if a payment was entered with the wrong digit or tagged to the completely wrong student profile? Opening the Context menu displays your options in strict operational order. View Details, Edit, Copy ID, Verify, Allocate, Reconcile, Process Refund, and Delete Payment. Here is a vital compliance safeguard built in. The system completely locks down and hides the edit and delete options the moment a transaction is marked verified or reconciled. If the funds have already passed financial validation, you must use a formal refund or correction journal entry to preserve your audit trail. However, if the entry is still unverified and unreconciled, it can be deleted safely. Let's click Delete Payment on this unverified mistake. It asks for confirmation. I'll confirm the deletion. The erroneous entry is wiped, and the student's invoice balances instantly restore to their exact previous states. Keep this core rule in mind. Deleting a clerical mistake on an unverified record is entirely different from issuing a financial refund. A refund tracks moving actual money back to a guardian. Deletion is simply an administrative override for unverified database errors. Let's review the fundamental takeaways for managing payments. First, every single transaction is continuously monitored across four independent dimensions: its raw payment status, its internal verification status, its cash book reconciliation status, and its invoice allocation status. Second, creating a manual receipt uses a controlled four-step pipeline that handles your targeting, invoice splitting, payment channels, and final verification reviews sequentially. Third, non-cash methods like transfers and checks dynamically alter your input screens to enforce reference capturing, holding them in a pending state until a manual validation occurs. And finally, data corrections are strictly dictated by transaction states. Unverified entry mistakes can be wiped clean via deletion, while verified or reconciled entries require formal accounting refunds to safeguard your system audit trail.